Now it's my pleasure to introduce the hardest working branch president in the country. He's on the job daytime, nighttime, and Saturday too. The other day, Alton Branson and I were in the union office with Ken, and Alton and I said, well, we have to go home. Ken looked around and said, I am at home. He wasn't joking. He wasn't smiling. So please welcome the branch president of branch 3825, Ken Lerch.
Thank you very much, Chuck. That's Chuck Clark, our vice president, and also the webmaster. We get calls all the time about our website, Chuck, complimenting you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that kind introduction. Okay, the people united will never be defeated. The people united
will never be defeated.
The people united
will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united
will never be defeated.
The people united
will never be defeated.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Listen, I want to thank everyone for coming out today on a Sunday for this very important rally. These rallies are being held in every state across the nation today, with 3 being held in Maryland alone. Let's hope they're all this successful.
Absolutely!
And we advertised that President Emeritus Bill Young would be here today, so before I start, I want to inform everyone that Bill Young called me yesterday afternoon and said he couldn't make it because he had come down with the flu. Bill wanted to be here today and speak to you today and said he was very sorry that he couldn't make it. However, he asked me to give his regards and wish that we had a very successful rally. Okay, the reason for these rallies is to support the People's Public Postal Service and maintain 6-day per week mail delivery. That means letters, flats, and parcels. As most of you know, Donahoe is seeking a legal loophole to avoid delivering letters and flats on Saturdays. Donahoe's crazy position is this: if the Postal Service delivers parcels on Saturday, and parcels are mail, then the Postal Service is delivering 6 days per week. What incredible nonsense is that? Donahoe met with his legal counsel yesterday and on Friday, and will meet early this coming week to determine if they will continue with this ridiculous interpretation of 6-day delivery. So these rallies today are very, very important that are occurring, like I said, all over the country. And you can believe that Donahoe has acknowledged, and can you believe that Donahoe has acknowledged that he had not studied the impact of lost volume and revenue of going to 5-day per week delivery. And that his $2 billion savings figure was only an estimate. New studies show that there will be a loss of confidence in the Postal Service if a day of delivery were to be eliminated, and that there would be less mail generated. The result would be a loss of $5 billion per year, not a savings of $2 billion per year if Saturday delivery is ended. Who would be harmed the most if the Postal Service went to 5-day per week delivery? Rural America, senior citizens, the poor, and small businesses. How many of you know that 29% of America is not even wired for the internet? And that 99% of households making more than $150,000 a year have the internet, while only 57% of households making less than $15,000 have the internet. So you can see the poor are going to be hurt very much if Donahoe was to be successful, but he's not going to be successful. The 3 biggest lies are that the post office is broke, the Postal Service cannot operate in the internet age, and that the post office runs on tax dollars. These are all vicious lies being perpetrated by Wall Street and corporate America. And why? Because they want to privatize the United States Postal Service and replace us with low-paid workers with no benefits. And let me tell you, Wall Street and corporate America are interested in privatizing the USPS because it brings in so much money If the USPS was broke, they would have no interest at all in privatizing us. How much do you think the Postal Service brought in last year in revenue? $65.2 billion. And that in a sluggish economy. There's the reason Wall Street and corporate America want to privatize the post office. They want to get their greedy little hands on those billions. In fact, they have 65 billion reasons why they want to privatize the post office. But getting back to the three biggest lies, that the post office is broke and cannot operate in the internet age. The fact that the Postal Service had revenue of $65.2 billion last year should prove to everyone that the Postal Service can operate in the internet age and operate very well. And that $65.2 billion, that would rank the Postal Service 40 on the Fortune 500 list. Wow. That's not a broke company. There's some pretty big people telling some pretty big lies. Let's talk a little bit about what is causing the manufactured financial, quote, crisis, unquote, at the post office. Back in 2006, Congress passed a law in a lame duck session called the Postal Accountability and Enhancement Act that mandated that the post office pay $5.5 billion each year for 10 years to pre-fund for future retiree health benefits all the way through the year 2082. Some of these people aren't even born yet. That's right. How crazy is that? Crazy. And this is important to note that no other company, public or private, is required to pre-fund for future retiree health benefits. Not one company. The post office has also overfunded its pension plans by $60 to $80 billion. That's right, we want that money back. Both FERS, Federal Employees Retirement System, and CSRS, Civil Service Retirement System, are overfunded. When you add this overfunding to the pre-funding for future retiree health benefits, the amount is more than $100 billion. That doesn't sound like a broke company, does it? No! A broke company could not possibly overfund to the tune of $100 billion. So you can see that there is absolutely no reason for Donahoe to close post offices, curtail window hours, and eliminate Saturday delivery. No! Congress needs to fix the ridiculous pre-funding mandate. Yeah. It's Congress that is starving the post office to death, not the internet. That's right. In fact, because of internet shopping, parcel and packages are through the roof. Just ask any carrier today. They can't even get their mail in their hampers. The parcels are coming out of the top. Now, there are bills in Congress. I want to reiterate what Brother Alton Branson said earlier. There's two bills in Congress right now that fix the pre-funding problem. It fixes the overfunded pension problem and requires 6-day per week letter and mail delivery. So I want you to write down these bills. For the Senate, the bill is S-316. And for the House, the bill is H.R. 630. We want and need these bills to pass. Yeah. We cannot let Donahoe get away with his destructive, unilateral move to eliminate Saturday mail delivery. We must protect this 237-year-old institution that has its roots in the U.S. Constitution and that supports 8 million private sector jobs and a $1.3 trillion postal industry. That's 9% of the gross national product. Let me repeat that, because people look at me like they're stunned every time I say that. We must protect this 237-year-old institution that has its roots in the U.S. Constitution and that supports 8 million private sector jobs in a $1.3 trillion postal industry. So in closing, are we going to let Donahoe eliminate Saturday delivery? Are we going to let Donahoe eliminate Saturday delivery? Are we going to let Donahoe eliminate Saturday delivery? Thank you very much.
Save our post office!